Hey everybody, this is Mark from Zuitt Bootcamp, and you are listening to Zuitt Bootcamp Guide Podcast, Episode 1, How Zuitt Can Help You Transition to a Tech Career. So this is for our listeners who love coding and interested in pursuing a career in tech. Thanks for joining us. So on our first episode, I have here with me joining me today, Sir Gino, one of our instructors here at Zuitt Bootcamp.
Hello everyone. Thank you Sir Marty for the introduction. Yeah, ako po si Gino, sa akong senior instructor dito sa Zuitt. And just to add on to what Sir Marty said, this podcast episode is not just for those that are interested in coding, kahit na wala tayong interest dyan or we don't know much about programming or development. Para din po sa inyo tong episode na to because if you take from my example, from my journey, actually formerly ESL teacher ako. So English as a second language or English teacher. And zero background whatsoever sa IT. But I went through Zuitt Coding Bootcamp as a student. And now I am a web developer and also an IT instructor. So for our listeners here, na siguro curious or interesado mag-shift ng careers, pero siguro medyo takot na subukan yung web dev or yung programming, I am proof na kayang-kaya nyo yan. Kasi kahit na zero background, dito sa Zuitt, kayo talaga yung target audience namin. And today you'll learn all about those details and more. No? So, yeah, go ahead, Sir Marty.
Okay, so basically may similarities pala tayo, Sir Gino. We are both a graduate of Zuitt Coding Bootcamp. However, ang difference lang is we came from different backgrounds because I actually am an IT graduate. However, upon graduating, I feel like my skills in tech were not yet up to par. So luckily, I was provided this opportunity to enroll with Zuitt Coding Bootcamp, in where I was experienced ako, and I was able to enhance my skills further apart from what I learned from my undergrad. So especially back then when I was a fresh grad, I was actually quite intimidated during job applications, and I was having a difficult time um, landing a career or landing a job for a programmer or in the tech industry. So definitely Zuitt also helped me not only open possibilities or not and train or hone my skills, but also it provided or it opened a doorway for me para makapag-expand pa ng aking network, especially with the community that we have here of web developers then. So what does Zuitt do, Sir Gino? In general, what can Zuitt provide our listeners?
Yeah, so here at Zuitt, meron tayo of course yung ating mission and vision. Our mission here is to be your lifelong career partner. So basically, ang ibig lang po nun sabihin is once you graduate the bootcamp, hindi po nun ibig sabihin na tapos na yung relationship mo with Zuitt. In fact, that's just the beginning of your relationship with Zuitt kasi hindi lang sa tuturuan namin kayong mag-code at mag-develop, but our goal is to actually help land you a developer position, no? So pagkatapos mo ng bootcamp, we have yung after graduation services namin, like providing you access to our database of employers, so listahan ng prospective employers that we keep updated, at kayo din i-update din namin kayo doon sa listahan na yon. We're going to follow up with you. Kakamustahin ka namin. If you are struggling to land a position, we will do our best to help you out. Meron kaming isang buong team ng career advisors that you can talk to, you can consult with para ma-receive mo yung kailangan mo na assistance habang naghahanap ka ng isang developer position. And that extends naman to our group vision, which is opportunities for everyone, everywhere. And that's exactly why we do the things that we do, simply because we want to open up as many opportunities as we can for as many people as we can. And we really, really believe that by equipping not just Filipinos, but students from all over the world with the skill set of a web developer, that can get your foot in the door, so to speak, into a an industry, the tech industry that is currently booming. It has a lot of other opportunity, or it will lead to a lot of other opportunities that will benefit you.
You know what I'm actually curious about, Sir Gino? So you were a graduate of the boot camp as well. How was your experience like coming from a non-IT background?
That's a good question, Sir Marty. So, sasagutin ko yan. And then after I answer it, I'll also give you a testimonial from another Zuitt Bootcamper who also happened to be one of my students. No? But first, let me answer your question. So, as far as my experience was concerned, obviously, I'm not going to lie, no? Coming from no background whatsoever in tech, and then having to learn how to program, how to create websites, web apps, may adjustment period, may growing pains, may struggles talaga yan. And it's expected, no? But I really equate learning programming to learning a new language, which is natural lang naman na mahirapan tayo sa simula, but eventually you'll get to a point where you become a natural at it. It becomes second nature to speak that language. Maintindihan mo talaga yung ins and outs nung pinag-aralan mo. So, as long as you have determination, as long as you apply yourself, obviously never give up, makukuha at makukuha mo din yan. Because again, I myself am living proof na kahit na wala kang tech background whatsoever, you can rise to a position where ako, nagtuturo na ako ng mga tao kung paano mag-program. So you can go from junior web dev to senior and higher and higher and higher. Now, don't just take my word for it. Meron din tayong testimonial from, like I said, a former student of mine, si Sir Ken M. Ang sabi po niya is, I must say I was impressed with how well designed the curriculum is, the career assistance provided afterwards, and also the free short courses that we can take after graduation. I got totally convinced that this is a worthy investment of time, effort, and money, and I wasn't wrong. Right? So yun yung sinabi ni Sir Ken M tungkol sa Zuitt Coding Bootcamp. And I just want to highlight yung sinabi niya dito na career assistance provided afterward. So medyo pinag-usapan ko na yung kanina na pagka-graduate mo, that does not mean na tapos na yung relationship mo with Zuitt. We do offer a lot of career assistance after graduating. One of those things is, another thing that he mentioned, yung free short courses na pwede yung kunin as part of being a Zuitt bootcamper. You're allocated a certain number of hours or units to learn even more if you want to, right? To pursue other programming languages or technologies. Kasama din yan ng makukuha mong package.
So for our listeners, especially for those who are interested in pursuing a career in tech or becoming a web developer, how would their journey be if they would decide to enroll with Zuitt? Can you give us a little bit of glimpse of how their journey is going to be like once they enroll?
Yeah, of course. So para dun sa curious kung paano yung curriculum ng Zuitt, so we have what we call yung developer career program namin. So that's actually divided into three parts, yung buong curriculum. Meron tayong yung front end, okay, that's number one, yung back end, number two, and yung full stack, number three. Now, bawat section na yun nung curriculum, meron ding isang capstone project, no? So, itong mga projects na to, very, very important yan sa pagiging isang developer kasi ultimo, para tayong mga artists, no? And artists have portfolios kung saan nila nilalagay yung work nila. Web devs also have portfolios where we also put our work, links to our work para mapakita sa mundo kung ano yung kaya nating gawin, ano yung kaya nating buuin or what we can develop. So etong tatlong sections ng curriculum na to, yung front end, you will eventually create here a portfolio like I just said. Gagawa ka ng website portfolio. It's going to be a live link so you can share it on Facebook or LinkedIn, and then dun mo lalagay yung links ng mga lahat ng projects mo so you can show the world what you can do. Now sa backend and sa full stack naman, all in all, matututunan po natin dyan would be, yung tawag natin is yung MERN stack. No? So sa front end, you learn the basics of being a web dev, HTML, CSS, Bootstrap. Pero pagdating mo sa back end and sa full stack, you will learn the MERN stack. Now stack, ibig lang po nun sabihin is yung combination ng languages, programming languages, and technologies na kaya mong gamitin. MERN, M-E-R-N, stands for MongoDB, Express, React, and Node.js. Now, si MERN is actually the most in-demand stack in the web development industry today. Meaning, after you graduate the bootcamp, you will be equipped with that very in-demand skill set. And syempre, sikat ka, hahabol-habulin ka ng mga recruiter. And I speak from personal experience. No? So once you are equipped with the MERN stack, ano naman gagawin mo sa projects? For the back end and the full stack section of the curriculum, you're actually going to make a fully fledged e-commerce website. Parang Lazada or parang Shopee. Again, fully fledged yan. It's a live link. It will work exactly how you imagine an e-commerce website should work. And malalagay mo yun sa portfolio mo na yun na ginawa mo nung front-end part ng course. So when you graduate, you're not just equipped with the skills and knowledge, may output ka pa, may projects ka pa na pwede mong gamitin as proof na, oo, kaya ko talagang gawin itong mga bagay-bagay na to. And that goes a long way for employers. Naghahanap talaga sila ng mga taong may mga ganong klaseng project. So in short, you walk away from the bootcamp with a lot.
All right. So for our listeners, okay, so this is based from how you describe the bootcamp journey would be. Clearly, this is going to be an intensive training where basically dedication is key, regardless of your background. The recipe for success in becoming a successful boot camper is, of course, yung dedication and focus. Now, for our listeners who are interested in enrolling here at Zuitt Coding Bootcamp, how will that fit their schedule, Sir Gino?
Yeah, so meron tayong dalawang offerings sa schedules. Meron tayong part-time and meron tayong full-time schedules. Now, before I talk about the schedules themselves, keep in mind, nung pinag-usapan ko yung curriculum na yun, typically that's most of the things that you're going to learn in a 4-year course. No? If you want to pursue this career that way, kuha ka ng course like IT and that will take you 4 years. However, dito sa Zuitt Coding Bootcamp, depende sa schedule mo, it will only take you a number of months. So meron tayong full-time schedule, which runs from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday to Friday. And yung schedule na yun, obviously, you dedicate most of your day to learning. So it's only going to last, actually, less than 2 months. No? Less than 2 months, graduate ka na. And then, of course, if you have a day job, so di mo kaya yung full-time schedule, meron din naman tayong part-time schedule, 5:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. Monday to Friday. Obviously, it's half the time. So you're going to graduate closer to about 3.5 months for that. Pero either way, no, whether full-time or part-time ka, kung ikukumpara mo yon sa 4-year course, obviously, it's obvious which one is faster.
Okay, so I'm interested to know, Sir Gino, when you were a boot camper, what type of schedule did you select for yourself?
Yeah, I selected the part-time schedule, although di naman ako employed at the time, but I preferred to study in the evenings kasi hindi ako morning person. No?
We're quite the opposite. I actually selected the full-time schedule for quite the different reason. I'm more of a morning person. All right, so that's Quite interesting. So, aside from the languages, stats, and technologies that the boot campers would learn when enrolling to the boot camp, what other services does Zuitt provide?
Yeah, so like you said, Sir Marty, hindi lang yung languages and yung technologies, meron din tayong career services. So I already talked a little bit about this, but to go into more detail, yung aming career advisor team, which is a team of HR experts, right? So they know what other HR experts want and kung ano yung mga techniques ng mga nagha-hire sa mga kumpanya. Tutulungan ka din nila in other ways. They're going to help you with, for example, resume writing, right? So see resume writing, it's a back and forth process where you can send one of our career advisors a copy of your resume, and then babalikan kanila with some feedback, things that you can improve, and then you work on those improvements. You send them again, send it to them again, and like I said, back and forth yun, no? So hindi lang siya parang one time tapos na. Pabalik-balik kayo until such a time that you both feel na perfect na yung resume ninyo. And of course, we all know a resume is very, very important in getting your foot in the door when you want to look for a job. Apart from that, we also offer interview coaching. So interview coaching naman, like it says, is we're going to equip you with the skills necessary to perform very well in job interviews, whether online man yan or hindi. In this post-COVID world, most of the time online interviews yan. So we cater our interview coaching towards that, but also towards offline as well. We give you again tips and tricks. We teach you how to conduct yourself, ano yung mga ideal na sagot sa mga tanong ng mga nag-interview, etc., etc. And apart from that, at the very end of the boot camp, we have what's called yung career roadmap talk or discussion. So the career roadmap talk is simply a way for number one, you to gain an appreciation about what you can do now versus nung nagsimula ka, ano yung mga kaya mong gawin. Number two is it serves as a guide, roadmap nga, di ba? So it serves as a guide to show you your career path. Okay, ano ba yung mga pwede kong gawin ngayon na tapos na ako sa bootcamp? Obviously, part of that is what more can you learn? Kasi laging ongoing learning ang pagiging isang developer. Non-stop learning tayo dito. So we talk to you about the next few things that you can pursue. We give you details on short courses that you can take with us. And then, of course, we also talk to you about what you can do if you want to land a position as a web developer, what companies to look for, or what to look for in companies, things like yung job portal search terms, so you can efficiently search for the best opportunity for you, and so much more. So those three things, right, form the core of our career services. However, like I said before, we want to be your lifelong career partner. So we really do everything that we can do to assist you in landing a developer position.
Right, definitely. I totally agree. So when I was a boot camper, to everyone who's listening, one of my favorite services that Sir Gino listed down, or the training that was actually very beneficial for me, was the interview coaching. Because when I remember back when I was a fresh grad, I was actually quite intimidated and actually very shy during job application and didn't know exactly how to set the expectation or ask the correct questions that will be just to set my expectations upon selecting the proper job for me. So with the interview coaching, they will help you train and bet and teach you how to compose yourself during job application trainings, especially during interviews, just for you to find the correct tone and to know how to ask the appropriate questions, and of course how to properly engage with the interviewer. So for our listeners, if you want to have a glimpse of what the experience would be like as a Zuitt bootcamper, you can attend our free coding bootcamp where what can they learn, Sir Gino, in our free coding bootcamp?
Yeah, so sa free coding bootcamp naman, no, like you said, Sir Marty, for anybody who's curious, you can join the free coding bootcamp and you learn HTML, CSS, and Bootstrap, which is yung primary stack nung front end ng curriculum. But hindi lang sa matututo ka, at hindi lang sa may free sample ka about how Zuit conducts their classes. You'll also actually work towards building something. Gagawa kayo ng output, gagawa kayo ng live website. So this website, you can share it on Facebook or on LinkedIn. You can show all your friends yung portfolio. Yun yung gagawin. You're going to create a web developer portfolio. Now, just to reiterate, this is 100% free. No obligations. We're not going to ask for your credit card details or anything like that. And yung free coding bootcamp na yun will be helmed by a Zuitt instructor. So you can really get a feel for what a Zuitt classroom environment is like. Now, if you're curious about that, please follow our social media accounts at Zuitt Coding Bootcamp on Facebook and Instagram. And bantayan nyo lang yon. We make announcements when a free coding bootcamp is about to come up. So eventually you'll find one. And please sign up for it if you're curious because, again, it's free and you walk away with so many things, knowledge and output. No?
So aside from attending the free coding bootcamp, they will also create their own website.
Yep, that's correct.
Right, so if you guys are interested to know more about Zuitt, you can check out our website at zuitt.co. Link is on the description below. And our social media accounts via Facebook and Instagram at Zuitt Coding Bootcamp to find out more about our future events and posts, announcements. Please follow, like, and share. And if you find this video helpful, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Once again, this is Sir Mart from Zuitt Coding Bootcamp, signing off.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.